Hello, everyone. Welcome to Abnormal Investigations. I hope everybody's doing all right tonight. I'm still fighting a cold, if you can't tell. It has been a hard one to shake. I thought I had it just about beat, but my little nephews got it, so I think I got a second dose of it. Let me tell you, it has been a pain. But I hope everybody's doing all right tonight. We got a lot of rain here in Oklahoma tonight, so hopefully it will try to wash away whatever's doing this. Good to see you, Sharon Guy tonight. Lanita, Nancy, I see's in chat tonight. Good to see you guys. I see Mr. Keith Blunt in the chat tonight. Always good to see Keith. Who else we got in chat tonight? If everybody wants to say hello, I'll give you a shout out. Lanita, so good to see you tonight. Glad you was able to make it. I see a lot of familiar faces. We got Amanda's going to be co-hosting with us tonight, guys. She's helping out a lot. There's Mr. Keith Blunt right there. We got Nancy here. I keep seeing Nancy. There's Michelle McGuire. She's here tonight. No, they're not going to bother us tonight, Michelle. I'm sure they will. They wouldn't even have the guts to come in and say hello and chat and even visit with me. Good to see you, Sarah86. Good to see you, Kevin. Good to see you, Shirley. Got a lot of new faces in here tonight. Good to see everybody. We're going to be talking about another well-documented possible werewolf case tonight. We're going to give you a little bit of our opinion on it as to what we think that it could be. It should be a good one tonight. As long as I get over this cold and I'll be able to talk the rest of the night, that will be the good thing. So let me go ahead and bring in Amanda and make sure all of her stuff is working good tonight.
Hi, Mike.
Hello, Amanda. How are you?
Good. How are you? Besides sick.
I'm fighting this cold right and left. It's driving me crazy.
Hi, everyone in chat.
I thought I had it beat, but
Then you got
I
it
think I
again.
got a second dose of it. Yeah, I think my little nephews gave it to me. So
Yeah,
I
that
think I'm
sucks when you
fighting
get
it
the
again.
same thing. Yeah, it sucks when you get the same thing over and over.
Yeah, they like to share,
Yeah.
which doctors tell you you're not supposed to be able to catch the same virus twice. And if you
Yeah.
do,
Sure.
it's supposed to be like way, way, way less. But so far, that hasn't proven to be with me. So we're getting a lot of rain tonight. It's pouring
Yeah.
outside.
It's nice in California.
No rain?
Nope, no rain.
Nope.
It
All
was
your rain left?
it was 72 degrees today.
You know, we're supposed to hit 80 this week. Can you
Yeah,
believe that?
I think we are too.
February, usually February, we're still getting snow all the way through March.
Yep.
So it's going to be a wild one. Let's see here. Let me see if I can pull this up. Computer's a little slow for the rain. So this guy we're going to talk about tonight, I'm not real sure how they pronounce his name. The computer has pronounced it like 50 million different ways. Surely it is cold here in Oklahoma for sure. So Shirley must be from Oklahoma. But the spelling of his first name is Pankaj. So the computer has pronounced it Panka, I guess using the J as an H, like Panka. And then the last name is Bhasin, Bhasin. Hey, Carolyn, good to see you. So I think I'm just going to call him Pan for the rest of the night. I think that will be easier. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm not real sure. Not real sure how to pronounce it. I guess, yeah, we'll just go with Pan. That'll be good. So, anything you want to say before we start? Before we get into
No,
this?
just hi to everyone in chat, and hopefully they're all having a great night.
And I don't expect tonight to be a really long live. This was just kind of a series we was doing, and I found this today, so I thought we would just put it out there and go through it. So, see, you get a shorter night tonight. It's not going to be a 4-hour show. That was crazy, wasn't it? Wow.
Yes, that was crazy.
With
But it was a
3.5 hour show.
But it was a great show.
It was. It was a good show.
Oh no, you're not allowed to start yawning already.
So, do what?
Now you're making me yawn.
Oh man, I'm telling you. I don't know why it hit me all of a sudden, but so this guy believed that he was killing a werewolf in Alexandria. 3 years after pleading insanity, he's actually going to be released into the public. So I thought that was a little strange that they're going to release this guy. Michelle said she yawned too. It's the rain, Michelle. It's the rain. We'll blame it on the rain. Purple rain. But yeah, they're going to let this guy back out into society. Now the trick is, this guy believes that he killed a werewolf. So Pan, now that he's 37 years old, of New Jersey, has been in state care since his sentencing in 2019, following a mistrial on a hung jury that could not decide if the man who admitted to stabbing local business owner Brad Jackson, which was a stranger allegedly to him, that he was fit to stand trial. He was eventually found clinically insane and subsequently not guilty by reason of insanity. This week, a judge in Alexandria granted conditional release of Mr. Bhasin, according to the circuit court clerk's office. The Virginia Department of Behavioral Health will determine the exact date of Bhasin's release, but it is expected to be soon. So, to kind of give you all a little bit of a synopsis of this is Mr. Pan drove approximately 200 miles, allegedly did not know Mr. Jackson, murdered him thinking he was a werewolf. I already have trouble with that. We'll get more into that here in a minute, but something about that just didn't feel right, didn't sound right to me.
No, it doesn't.
Alexandria's Commonwealth attorney Brian Porter, who originally fought against the insanity plea in the original trial, tells us, which was WUS A9, that this office strenuously objected to any conditional release. However, he's going to be released back into the public.
That's crazy. How is that possible?
Yeah. That's your judge. The judge would have to make that call. So probably what happened is he had some behavioral health doctors that testified and said that they believed that he had insanity. He was probably placed in a home for the insane and was probably medicated, and they now say that he is a recovered person.
Yeah, I doubt it.
After driving 200 miles to murder somebody.
Yeah.
So, getting into the case, On the morning of July 13th, 2018, Pan, then 33, drove from his home across state lines into Washington, where he was removed from the lobby of the Four Seasons Hotel in Georgetown for unusual behavior, according to the court documents from the case. Now, whenever they said unusual behavior, I thought, what kind of unusual behavior was he displaying to cause them to call the police and then have him arrested? So you really have to dig into the case to be able to find out what the actual statements were from the witnesses that were there. And one of the weird things that I found when looking into this was he was roaming the lobby and sniffing the air, people, and the food. So he was kind of acting like an animal. One lady even said that he growled at her. So
he thinks
keep in mind. Well, and that's the weird thing about the story, is he doesn't believe he was a werewolf. He believes that this victim was the werewolf, but it gets even weirder. Bhasin then headed to the old town, Alexandria, where he was fixated on a local small business owner, Brad Jackson. He followed him into a window store. Following an altercation with Jackson, Bhasin beat the man and stabbed him over 50 times with a box cutter until he died.
Wow.
So, yeah,
And
so the weird thing to me is this Bhasin, he what?
And he's getting out.
Yeah, he's going to be released. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And not only that, but they're trying to sell the story that Mr. Bhasin drove over 200 miles just to find someone and stabbed him to death, that he didn't know who they was, that he suspected them of being a werewolf. My question is, why didn't he just do it in his own town or closer? I think he had a relationship with Mr. Jackson, and something had happened that caused him to travel the 200 miles to find him. That's my opinion. That's not court. That's just my opinion, because why would he drive 200 miles just to unalive somebody and say they were a werewolf whenever he could have done it anywhere, right?
Yeah, true.
According to the police who responded to Bhasin, claimed at the time that they believe Jackson had begun turning into a werewolf. Now, Bhasin says that Jackson started turning into this werewolf while he was unaliving him in the lobby of this place, in the public, in the daylight. Bhasin said, I had to unalive Jackson to save 99% of the moon and the planets. Now, what I find interesting about that is D.A. Roberts and myself, which I got a lot of respect for him. Me and D.A. are really good friends. We both determined a long time ago, in the beginning of my channel, even whenever we had discussions, that we believe the moon phase plays a part in these attacks.
Yep.
You know, DA has spoke about it. You know, I've spoke about it. And I just believe that the moon, see, the moon also, a lot of people don't know this, but the moon actually plays a role in a lot of other things. It plays a role in predators that hunt, not just cryptids, but animals in the wild that are predators. I mean, it is a well-known, proven statistic that most animals do not hunt on a full moon night. That's just how it works. That's what nature does.
Because
I believe that cryptids are the same way. Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, they don't want to, you know, they don't want to be seen, and they don't want to waste their energy chasing something that they may or may not catch, because it can see them as well as they can see it. So I just feel like, you know, well, let's take it a step further, Amanda. Let's go a little deeper. So if you go back and you look at all these cases of the Brenda Hamilton, the McNeilis case, which means, needless case, it's an exception. It was on a full moon, but it was on a witching moon, and I believe his parents were into witchcraft, so that's kind of a. But most of your attacks are on a waning part of the moon, which I believe is what causes these predators to hunt. Because imagine this, Amanda. If you're a vampire, right?
Yeah.
And say I'm a guy out camping by myself, and you decide that you're gonna attack me and suck my blood, right? So, would you rather attack me on a full moon night, or would you rather use your extra ability with better eyesight than me and come after me in a low light where I can't really see you?
The low light where you can't see me.
Right. Because you're just going to use every advantage: your hearing, your sight, your speed, your knowledge of the woods, and you're going to have every advantage over me because I'm not going to be able to see you. I can't smell you. I'm not going to be as fast as you or even as strong as you. So you're going to use every ability that you have. So how many people in chat agree with me? I want to get the chat in on this. How many people in chat agree with me and D.A. Roberts that the moon phase has a lot to do with these cryptids' behavior? How many of y'all believe that theory? It's a theory that I've pushed so much that I actually have a background of the planets on part of my channel.
Yep,
But we'll see how many people agree with that.
I agree with it.
Oh, yeah, I think I can still. I think it only makes sense, right?
Yeah, it does. And you
Sharon says she only gets her hair cut. I'm glad you said that. Tell them how I proved it, Amanda. How did I prove that, you think? I'm going to put you on the spot. I'm going to throw you to the bus.
When you were on boots on the ground and it was a full moon out, there was no activity at all. And I think more
our
than
full
one
moon nights that we go out are very quiet, aren't they?
Yep. Yeah. There's no activity.
Right. It's, I think they're probably just laying around eating, right?
Yep.
They're like, I'm not going out tonight. I'm just, what's weird to me? And I was talking to Mom about this too. Somebody brought up this argument, and the argument that they brought up was, well, if it only happens on a full moon, or if they don't hunt on a full moon night, just imagine how hungry they are because they're not hunting. Well, I think there's two ways around that theory. So let's look at it like this. If they're not hunting on the full moon night, who's to say that they don't have enough food stashed to get through it, right?
Exactly. Yep.
Because squirrels stash food. We know a lot of animals in the wild stash food. Hell, Kaylee's little dog stashes food. So let's say that they're not stashing food. What a lot of people don't take into consideration is also the full moon. 2 to 3 nights after the full moon, it rises later and later and later. These cryptids would have time to hunt before the full moon would come up, even on a full moon. So you have to take all that into consideration, Just because it's a full moon night doesn't mean it's going to be a full moon all night, because the rising and the setting of the moon will change with each day, and pretty drastically, with each day.
Yeah.
So back to the encounter. According to the police who responded, Bhasin claimed at the time that he believed Jackson had begun turning into a werewolf during the fight. Bhasin said he had to kill Jackson to save 99% of the moon. It's funny how the moon played a role in this attack. After the attack, Bhasin, here's a weird part too, was naked from the waist down. This is what people said, the people that was there, the witnesses. Now, Mr. Bhasin was not naked before the attack. He removed his clothes after the stabbing of Mr. Jackson, which led to witnesses seeing him naked from the waist down. covered in blood, as he tried to enter a car with a woman and a child inside. They drove away and, of course, called 911, with a lot of other people calling 911 also. Now, he removed his clothes and shoes after stabbing Brad, which the witnesses ended up seeing him nude. Now, the question I had was, did he remove his clothes, or during his alleged transformation, did they rip off of him?
Yeah.
That's what I
I
was
think
wondering.
I think they would have ripped off of him.
That's what I wondered too. Because whenever I looked further into the witness statements here, this is where it gets really good. Witnesses reported his pants and shoes were ripped, torn, and soaked in blood. But then, whenever I tried to find photos of it and all that, guess what? His clothes were ordered. His clothes were ordered destroyed. They were burned.
What?
Yep, they burned them. They were ordered
What
destroyed.
for? That seems strange.
So I thought that was really weird.
That is weird.
Another weird part to this too is witness reported hearing like dog noises and growls during the attack that sounded very evil. One man said that Basin's lower jaw, now remember this is Basin, the guy, it's not even supposed to be a werewolf, that his lower jaw became extended during the attack. He said it almost sounded like two dogs were fighting each other.
Oh.
So is that not weird?
Yeah.
Mr. Basin attacked Brad Jackson, stabbing him 53 times with a box cutter. He also used a dry erase marker in the attack, with the cap found embedded in Jackson's body at the rest of the marker, or the marker was later found in Basin's car. Basin believed Jackson was turning into a werewolf during the encounter, but witnesses reported both Jackson and Mr. Basin acting animalishly, and whenever they fought, it sounded like two dogs fighting. Were these two werewolves fighting each other in the middle of the day? Is that what happened?
Yes, that's what it sounds like to me.
That is so weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
And it happened right in the middle of the day.
That makes it even weirder.
Yeah, and everybody's saying they were fighting each other like dogs. So
Well, they're both werewolves.
that's what I was thinking too. I think it was two werewolves that got in a fight with each other, or at least two people that believed that they were werewolves.
Yeah.
Following a plea of not guilty by insanity in the 2019 trial, 5 separate treating mental health professionals, in addition to 2 expert witnesses, testified that Mr. Basin's severe bipolar disorder of psychosis. The 2 experts concluded Basin met the definition of legal insanity. That's how Mr. Basin gets off. Still, according to the Commonwealth Attorney's Office, Assistant Commonwealth's Attorney David Lord argued that Basin was intelligent enough to fake his symptoms and noted the drastic and gruesome nature of the crime. According to Mr. Basin's lawyer, Peter Greensump, the jury deliberated for 3 days but could not reach an unanimous verdict. So a mistrial was declared on March 27th. It was determined that, while not unanimous, at least 9 of the 12 jurors were in favor of a not guilty by reason of insanity. So
he must have been really crazy.
Or he was really good at pretending to be really crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
So, according to the Washington Post reporting on the case, the Commonwealth's Attorney Office ordered its own psychiatric evaluation following the mistrial, and that doctor agreed Basin was clinically insane whenever he unalived Mr. Jackson. In light of the additional diagnosis, Commonwealth's Attorney Brian Porter said it would be unethical to put Basin on trial again and would also violate the Constitution of the United States as double jeopardy. He could not be tried again for this murder. It would be double jeopardy. So Bhasin was transferred to a state-run secure mental health facility for further treatment and evaluation in the late July of 2019. On a full moon's night, he would howl in his cell like a lost dog or a coyote that was sad. Sometimes, off into the hills, they would hear howls that would answer him back, some of them sounding freakishly unhuman and documented by several officers and some of the guards. And at night, sometimes they would find large wolves hovering around the part of the jail where they was housing him. Controversy of Mr. Bhasin being released from the mental health facility in 2022 sparked controversy after he created dating profiles online using a fake name.
Oh, yep, he's insane.
So he's already out, it sounds to me like, and was trying to hunt for somebody else already.
Already.
Yeah. So here's the part that's really going to scare you guys. This is really weird. Here we go. Not only is he now free from prison, he's out. He was also allowed to assume a different identity for his protection under the self protection law. This guy's free under a whole brand new name and everything.
And don't forget his dating profiles.
How long until Mr. Werewolf strikes again? Hey, T-Bone, good to see you.
When's the full moon?
Yeah. See, he's been out for what? He got out in 2022. He's been out for 2 years now? No. 4 years. So, who knows where he's at? You know? The more and more of these that I look at that are well documented, the more I wonder what is really going on, what is really happening.
Yeah, me too.
So, you know, these aren't even like somebody telling a story.
These are actual facts.
Yeah, these are police reports. It's that have all went to trial. Witness testimonies of how crazy this guy was. These are like really, really weird. I mean, what is going on? You know, are these people truly transforming? Is that what they're doing?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. It's just, it really blows my mind. You know, for instance, the other night, whenever I was out, I don't know if I have it right here. I do. Hunter bought me this a long time ago, if I can find it. I think I got it laying up in here. There it is. It's a GPS. It's not the, you know, real expensive one, but Hunter bought that for me a long time ago, and I carry it with me every time I go. But the other night, when I was in the woods, it doesn't matter how well you know the area, especially if you're in the middle of nowhere, you can become, you know, turned around really, really easy.
Yeah.
So the other night while I was out, I went deep into the woods, you know, to the spot we went to where I told you there was you couldn't see towers or anything, so you got to be real careful in there. Yeah. And I got lost. And, you know, I had my GPS on me, but the GPS I have, it doesn't show you exactly which way you came in. It just shows you how to get directly back as the crow flies to where you set it to show you. So it's not like I have any trail markers or anything in there, you know, to show me where to go. We're definitely off trail.
Yeah.
So you're busting through woods and everything, making your own trails. When you're out like that, those trees can make it look like they're the same wherever you look. I mean, you can really become disoriented in there.
Yeah,
Uh,
I bet.
it got pretty scary in there. And then the howls that we heard that night,
Yeah, that
those,
was crazy.
uh, if those idiot clowns wouldn't have showed up, we would have had a really good live right there. But the good news is I spent yesterday making reports, and so we do have help now. They are going to take care of the issue, they said. It falls under stalking and harassment. So I hate to have to go and do that and go to the law and do things like that, but when they follow you everywhere that you go, hey, you got to do something, right? So,
Exactly.
but we got that worked out now. They said they will handle it. That they're going to do the best they can to work with me, and I just have to let them know, where I'm going to be and what I'm going to be doing, and that's just what we have to do for a little bit. I do have a tag number. That's a good thing too. I have 2 tag numbers now. I gave them both tag numbers, so they were happy to have those.
Oh,
So we
good.
done good. Yeah, the other night we was able to get the tag number off that vehicle also. So I've now
Perfect.
I've turned in 2 tag numbers. So, and I can't take the credit for it. My buddies that came down got it because they have thermal cameras. I wish I had a thermal camera. I'd love to have a thermal, but I can't afford a thermal. Thermals are like crazy high. You said you had a thermal, didn't you, at one time?
Yeah, I have a thermal still.
Oh, do you?
Hmm.
Those are really cool. What kind do you
Yeah,
have? Is yours hooked to your phone or is it a separate camera?
it's a separate camera. It's one you
Oh,
look
wow.
through, and it's got the double eyes where you look through it.
Okay. Does it look pretty far?
Pretty far, but it's kind of blurry.
But it does show you like the heat. You could tell if
Yeah,
something's there.
yeah,
Heck
you
yeah.
can see hot stuff.
You need to go out sometime and use it and show everybody what it looks like.
I will do that this summer when I go camping again.
Well, Michelle says she's got thermal PJs. Does that count?
Yes, it counts,
she's
Michelle.
she's funny.
She is
Amanda,
funny.
that's pretty much all I've got on this story. I knew it would be a shorter story, but I felt like it was important to put it out because I felt like it went with our other stories. What do you think?
I think it does. Yeah, they all go together. They're all about
That's,
werewolves.
and I've got another one I'm working on that we're going to put out also that's going to fit right into these, and it's got a lot more information. I think it's going to be really good.
Cool.
Yeah, I think it'll be great. Is there anything you would like to add to this before we take off tonight?
No, just good night to everyone, and thanks for joining us.
Absolutely, guys. What she just said, we appreciate y'all being here, supporting us and everything. I wanted to get this out, guys. I know it was a shorter one, about an hour tonight, but sometimes the shorter ones are good too because they are full of information. I feel like y'all needed to know this. Thank you for the support. God bless you all, and we'll see you on the next one, guys. Good night, and God bless.